All right, so is physical silver investment or savings? And this matters because depending on which you choose to believe will change the way you view stacking. So let's talk about that. Hi everyone, Silver Joker here. Okay, so very quickly, all of my channel bars have been sold. I did keep a few for myself, one or two for myself, but to everyone who purchased one of my channel art bars, thank you very much. I mean, there is really nothing more flattering than to understand that somebody places value on something that you've created. I mean, that is just an awesome feeling. There will be more channel bars in the future for the Silver Joker channel, and all the bars are shipped. So you should be getting, if you ordered one, you should be getting one very soon, any day now. And so I just thank you, and I appreciate all the support you guys give me. Of course, all the proceeds go to support my channel. I can make these great videos and, bring this information to you guys. So thank you very much. All right, so let's get right into this. I did go down and I talked to Phil, so I'll let that play, the conversation that we had surrounding this subject, silver being investment or if it's savings. And then I got an awesome surprise. If you stick around till after our conversation, there's something that I'm sure that you will find very interesting. Anyway, so let's get right into this and talk to Phil. All right, Phil. Well, here we are again. Things haven't changed too much since the last time we made a video. I mean, silver's still right around the $21, $22 mark, and it's kind of hovering right there. But today, the stock market was down. I think when I first saw it was 600, and I think it ended up around 800 points down.
It dipped. Last I looked, it was 800 points under what it opened up this morning. So yeah, that's a significant drop for a day. Not unusual, unfortunately, is what I'd like to say, because chances are Monday it'll probably recover most of that.
So now is not the time to gather up all your stuff and start selling.
No, it's never a time to sell when things take a downturn, I don't believe, unless you feel like it's the beginning of a bigger downturn. And we've seen the stock market go up and down for now a number of years, and a lot of that has to do with the day-to-day tradings that go on in the stock market. So long term, I still think the stock market is a solid investment. It has to be, because it holds so many people's savings in terms of retirement and how they expect to draw earnings when they can't work anymore. It has to have some type of validity, and I believe it still has validity. Obviously, it has to.
Well, I don't even look at my 401k anymore. I don't even look at it. I spare myself because I'm going to stay the course, just like with silver. I mean, I'm going to just continue to buy it, adjust my budget accordingly, but we're not going to go to that because I talk about that all the time. But while we're talking about the stock market, I get a lot of questions from all the time. Every video I post, I get this question, or either somebody trying to give me information about silver being a savings or investment. So I've been meaning to get your opinion on that for a long time. I know this is not financial advice. We want to make sure that we let everybody know we're not giving financial advice. If you want financial advice, find you a licensed financial advisor. Right now, we're just talking about our experiences, personal experience. So your opinion on silver, physical silver being a savings or investment?
Oh, to me, it's definitely a savings. To me, it's the idea of converting your cash, U.S. dollars, or wherever country you're living in, into silver, and you're simply converting it to another form. So if you put your dollars into the bank, or put your dollars under a pillow or wherever in a drawer, and you do the same thing, you convert it into silver and put that same, put it in a drawer or under the bed or wherever you're putting the silver, it's still a savings. It doesn't produce anything. It doesn't produce income while it's sitting there. But the advantage over cash is the fact that cash can actually lose money while it's sitting there. Silver could obviously lose money while it's sitting there too. But if you're in a time where cash is losing money, the chances of silver gaining value, they kind of are reciprocal with each other. So typically, you would normally see silver gain a little bit when the U.S. dollar or whatever dollar in the world is losing
Right.
its buying power. Typically, the bullions, gold, silver, and some of the other bullion metals go up in value to compensate for the fact that it takes more of the dollars to buy the bullion. So typically they go up. So it kind of, they're supposed to work in reverse, and typically they do. Typically, in inflationary period, which we're in now, silver and gold typically have gone up, and now they've kind of flatlined. So we just don't know if they're going to move up or inflation might come back down. We just don't know where we're headed. So it's an unknown. But again, regardless of where we're headed, it's still a good idea to have something in reserve like silver or gold to compensate for the declining buying power of the dollar.
Right. Now you said that, and I agree with you. You know, the dollar loses value, and of course silver. I mean, we're talking about spot price. It could go spot price could go down, but of course you don't realize that loss unless you're selling it. You know, it could go. I mean, spot price can do whatever it want to do. If you're holding your silver, you don't experience whatever silver's doing unless you're actively buying it or selling it.
Right.
I think the thing about the dollar is we use them all the time. We use it at the gas pump. We use them when we buy groceries. You don't typically use silver in your day-to-day life.
So when we say silver can go up and down, just like the dollar can go up and down in terms of, you know, inflation and things like that, buying power, this at least has a history that potentially could go up in the future.
Right.
Well, I don't believe the dollar in the future is going to get any stronger than it is as we speak today in terms of buying power.
Right.
I think if we look 5 years from now, I think it's going to take more dollars in 5 years to buy whatever it is today you're buying for $1. I think it's going, anything that's costs $1 a day, I think is going to cost more than $1 in 5 years. Let's put it that way.
Right. And this,
what you buy in silver today might be worth more in 5 years than you're paying for it today. So that's the difference I see in putting your money in cash, or leaving it in cash, or putting it in silver or gold, because there's potential. And I'm not saying it will happen, but the potential that this could actually go up in value, where I just think over time, I just can't think of a time when the dollar actually is worth more, where you could have invested in the dollar and gotten more today.
so regardless of where spot price is, or regardless of where you see the value is for your dollar, you're going to need dollars until we start using this right here for currency. So we start using physical silver for currency, we're going to need dollars. And what silver does is it gives you access to more of those dollars. So basically that's, in a kind of a rudimentary way, a hedge against inflation.
Yeah, and that's why the term hedge against inflation really applies to bullion, you know, silver and gold, because essentially what it does is, as the dollar loses its buying power, this is supposed to go up, and so when you do sell this, you get more of those inflated dollars, but with those inflated dollars, you're able to keep pace with the more expensive items that are on.
Absolutely.
You know, so you don't actually lose money. You don't actually have cash that you had expected to maybe spend $70 for something where it only buys $50 worth of things, but you could go out and sell $70 of the silver and compensate for that $20 loss that you would have had.
Absolutely.
That your buying power would have lost in the dollars, and that's where the hedge of inflation kind of comes about in terms of that. Does it always work? Well, that's what we're talking about now.
Absolutely.
I mean, we would expect it to be a little bit stronger than it is today, and the day might be coming, it may not be, but the fact of the matter is, if you don't have it, you're not
Right.
you're not taking a chance of it going up and compensating for the weakening buying power of the dollar.
All right, Phil. Well, thanks a lot. I'm going to keep on buying it, and I think I'm going to take some of this Constitution silver home with me today, and we'll be back to get some more. Hopefully, silver keeps flowing the way it's flowing.
I hope so. Yeah.
All right, thanks a lot,
Thank
Phil.
you. That's the weight, 96.2.55. They got 66. Somebody wrote 66 pounds right there.
Wow, I see that.
This is the. I can't make. I have to look at that closer and see who actually.
It says,
that.
let me see if I can get close there,
if you
Phil.
can get a good picture.
It says, oh no, I can't make that out. I don't even know what mark that is. I was thinking maybe
there's a serial number up there. So.
yeah, so that's going to be somebody's serial number.
Yep.
And they do that. But look, everybody, you know what this is. This is a 1,000-ounce good delivery bar. Actually, this one's just a little bit under 1,000 ounces, but what difference does that make? It's a it is a 1,000-ounce good delivery bar, and one of these days, and you guys see I can't even get the whole thing in the there we go. There we go. There it is, and there's my hand. You guys get an idea of the size of that thing. But anyway, this is in Phil's shop. I want everybody to rush down here to get it because I don't think it'll be here much longer. All right, so here we go. Look at this. So this is a 10-ounce silver bar, just to give you guys an idea of scale there. Look at that. Oh man, that is the top of the line silver bar right there. How many of these have you sold over the years?
That's 2.
2.
I don't get them unless people request them.
I got you. So you wouldn't just have these just sitting in your display. And it is impressive. I want one now.
We can get you one.
I bet you can. So right now in today's market, this thing is above $20,000.
Yes.
I won't give the exact amount, but it's well above
yeah.
20,000. Yeah. And all them savvy guys out there will probably get their calculators out, start doing the math right now. But this is definitely a commitment. All right. Well, I just want to share that with you guys. It's a nice little treat. There's only 3 of us in the store right now. That's why I get the swaz out like this. But you're not going to go far anyway with that. You tried to grab that and run, you're not going to.
You need 2 hands.
Yeah, you need 2 hands, and you need a truck out there waiting.
If a guy can pick it up with 1 hand, he can have it.
Yeah, he can have it. Because you just let him go ahead and run while you tell him, look, go ahead, take off running. I'm going to go ahead and get old Dusty out of the drawer over here and get him all loaded up, and I'll be right with you. I don't know if that'll make it in the video or not. All right, well. All right, so there you have it. And really, I guess the main issue is if you see silver as an investment, then, it's going to change the way you view silver and the way you stack it. But if you see silver as savings, as merely a safe place to put your hard-earned wealth, you're buying it for the long term. You're buying it to kind of offset some of the effects of future inflation. Now, we can debate that, and we can talk about that a little bit too if you like, but that's how I view it. And that's really, from what I've seen and some of the things that I know about silver, it's doing that. It's doing its job if you look at it that way. Physical bullion that you can hold in your hand, put in your safe, that's what I'm talking about. And that is what I view as savings, not investment. Anyway, tell me what you think. Leave it in the comments. And we're just going to keep trying to bring you the best information that we can, free of a lot of the politics and the divisiveness that's going on around us. Anyway, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you for the support that you give my channel and the awesome comments and the love that you give me. Now let's just keep this silver train rolling. Keep stacking. Peace.